The Ontario government says it's going to make it more affordable to drive in the province. CBC's Megan Fitzpatrick is on the story live from Toronto. The Premier made an announcement. What was the gist of that, Megan?
Well, he announced that the Ontario government will scrap the requirement to renew your license plate on a yearly basis, to pay a fee for that, and also to have that little sticker on the license plate. And these new measures will take effect March 13th, the scrapping of those requirements. That'll save quite a bit of money for Ontario drivers, Sue Hannah. It currently costs $120 to renew that plate every year for drivers in the southern part of the province, $60 for people who live in northern Ontario. But not only is the government going to scrap that fee going forward, they're actually going to refund Ontario drivers for the fees that they've paid since March of 2020. So they are encouraging people to make sure that the address on their license is up to date and to pay any outstanding fines or tolls. And if everything is in order, Ontario vehicle owners could be getting a check in the mail with that refund starting at the end of March and throughout the month of April. The government's also going to scrap the renewal fee for those license plates for vehicles that are owned by businesses and companies. They won't be getting a refund check, though. But again, this is another way the government says it is helping to cut costs for business owners. Now, this is all contingent on legislation that the government says they are going to introduce here at Queen's Park later this afternoon. But the Doug Ford government, the PCs do have a majority here, Sue Hannah, of course, so they'll have little trouble passing that legislation. We've heard a little bit of reaction from the opposition party so far, saying they are supportive of finding ways to make life more affordable for Ontarians. But of course, they note as well that there is an election around the corner here in Ontario coming up on June 2nd. So the Liberals were questioning the motivations of this kind of announcement, Sue Hannah, and said they expect to hear more kinds of promises like this from the Ford government in the weeks ahead.
And what about the protest in Ottawa, Megan? Did Ford comment on what took place over the weekend?
Yeah, he did. In his prepared remarks in this announcement, he did note what happened over the weekend. He said the people of Ottawa had lived through a nightmare, he said, and he thanked all the police services that were involved in helping to clear out those protesters, the Ottawa Police, the Ontario Provincial Police, the RCMP, and there were other police services from across Canada that participated in this. So Doug Ford expressed his thanks for that. Brief comment, Sue Hannah, we didn't hear anything else from the Premier on it, but I know he's going to get questioned about it in question period if he's there, which is due to start any minute now at Queen's Park.
Thanks for that, Megan. CBC's Megan Fitzpatrick in Toronto.